All right, gas station stop. If you guys ride a bike, you know this is inevitable. So I wanted to walk in, show you exactly what I'm gonna get and why, and some other options of things that you could choose as well if you're stopping for some extra fuel on your ride. I always beeline it for the liquids first. We're looking for sugar, maybe some sodium, but you also wanna scan and see if you can get tap water or if you have to buy a bottle of water. All right, go-to for me is gonna be a bottle of Coke. You see one bottle, 65 grams of carbohydrate. And if your goal is like 90 or 100 grams of carbs per hour, if you smash this on the spot, you're more than halfway there. So it's easy, the carbonated can feel good on your gut. You might take a couple burps with you on the ride, but this is a really good go-to, especially because there's a minimal amount of caffeine. So you gotta be able to read a nutrition label. You know, the carbs, sodium, everything's pretty obvious, but sometimes caffeine can be harder to find. So you gotta look at the fine print. Caffeine content, 57 milligrams for this 20 ounces, compared to like a Red Bull, which is 80 milligrams for a smaller actual can. And for all my health gurus, keeping it squeaky clean with the ingredients, you could go for a coconut water, which isn't gonna pack the same amount of calories. You know, you have 90 total calories in this can, but it's just a lot cleaner ingredients. Coconut water, that's it. Opposed to 240 calories, which is good, but at the same time, we're looking at high fructose corn syrup, caramel color. Honestly, the most important thing is that you're fueling your workout. Remember, if you're out cycling, this isn't like a natural thing for your body, really. Like, you're putting on extra strain, so just make sure you're fueling and don't let something hold you back, like perfect ingredients, especially when you're in this situation. If you're that much of a stickler about it, you really have to bring all your own food and just ride with a bar bag all the time, I guess. Last thing to consider is some sodium. You can find some of these electrolyte drinks, but honestly, you'll be surprised at actually how little sodium is in some of these. Like, this entire bottle's only 430 milligrams. And if it's a hot day, I might start with 1,000 in my first bottle. So what I've been doing, instead of worrying about something like this, is just bringing additional sodium. Like, BPN makes these Go Packs now, and this is 500 milligrams of sodium right here. And I can bring 2 of these, dump them in my bottle. It's one less thing I have to buy, and then I can just focus on getting in the calories. All right, so then we got food. You gotta separate the things that you might want as like a guilty pleasure versus what's actually gonna fuel you the right way. Like, when I see Snickers bars, I want one every single time, but chocolate sits kind of weird in my stomach, so on rides, it's just not worth it anymore. I've like tried it enough to actually know that. But if I really need some calories and I'm craving something sweet, I still will go for, probably not Skittles. Oh, this is my zone right here. This is every cyclist zone. We got the Harbos, the cherries, strawberry puffs. If you've never tried those, are insane. I mean, pretty much take your pick. Any one of these gummies is gonna be great. I just wouldn't get anything with too much of like a sour sugar coating because it's gonna be really sticky. So honestly, you might just have to go with the good old-fashioned Harbos. So this pack right here, it's actually pretty small if I were to just shove it in my pocket. And this is 400 calories, so total of just under 100 grams of carbohydrate. Not the best looking ingredients, but it's gonna fuel you. It's gonna be clean and pretty easy to eat. So I think this is gonna be the winner. If you're not craving something sweet, and a lot of times I'm not because I'm usually eating gels and drinking this, I'll go for some kind of chip. But I've noticed that if I have like a kettle cooked chip, this is like, of all the chips, this is the one you don't want to get. Spice and kettle cooked, just because there's going to be some extra oil in it. And honestly, the extra fat might make your stomach feel a little weird. So I would go for something like a Pringle. These are still fried, I found out, but they just sit so much easier in your stomach. This is 200 calories right here. It's salty, it's easy to eat. It's probably gonna sit in your stomach better. And it just is a nice salt balance. I think what we're looking at in here, sodium, 200 milligrams of sodium. Again, not that much, maybe for what you think. So bring your extra sodium, stock up on sugar, go for that. And I gotta point out the beef jerky because we're talking sodium a little bit, but no matter how much you're craving salt, don't eat beef jerky on a ride. I've done it and it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. I had that with a chocolate chip cookie on a 200-mile ride at altitude on a hot day, and I was burping it up for like 3 hours after. Disgusting. As much as I love beef jerky, don't eat it on a ride. It's protein and sodium. The sodium's good. Don't eat the protein as much as you want. You won't lose your gains. This right here is ideal situation for a bike stop. You have your own faucet. What you also have is a big old stack of napkins. So use these guys, clean off your glasses, and then you use this guy to refill your bottle. And hopefully your tap water is good enough to, well, hopefully it's acceptable enough to drink. That's opening up a can of worms talking about fluoride and all that stuff, but it's free, it's there, and you can use it for a lot of things other than just filling up your bottles. So yeah, like I said, this is super easy to have just in case you feel like you need extra sodium. I mean, if it's hot where you're riding, you're definitely gonna want it. If it's cold, you might not want to. I don't really do this as much during the winter, but in the summer months, I found it's been super helpful. I'm only gonna recommend one more thing for you. When in doubt, get more than you think you need. The last thing you want to do is just conserve on calories or hydration because you want to save a little bit of weight. So top off the bottles, get an extra pack of those gummy bears, whatever you need to make sure you can finish strong. And that's it. I hope this helps. I want to know in the comments below, what is your #1 pick for a gas station food? Let's say for $5 or less. Drop it in the comments and I'll let you know if I approve or not. So please like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share it with a friend. I really appreciate it. Until next time, start moving forward. Shout out one of my partners, ELIEL Cycling. I'm wearing their Del Dios kit and I could not say better things about it. It feels like the perfect fit. It's snug and aero, but so comfortable at the same time. And the fabric's even designed to pull sodium off of your skin and moisture away from your skin. So even on hot days, I'll rock the all black version of it and still feel super comfortable. So I don't know how they're doing it, but I would recommend checking this kit out. Use the link in the description and you won't be disappointed. Oh, I gotta say too, the bibs, unbelievably comfortable. I don't know what layer of padding they're doing, but of all my kits, this is one with the least amount of adjustment. It's like you get on the saddle and you don't feel like you have to move anything for the entire ride. So again, check the link in the description. You'll save 10% on the entire website and your boy right here will also get a little credit for sending you there.